Despite the various controversies and issues befalling artists trying to make a living online, now is honestly the best time for doing just that. It's never been cheaper and or easier to get into the hobby, and it's never been easier to turn that hobby into a business. There are and will always be several hurdles for you to contend with on your path of growing an audience for your art, but let's today focus on what we like to call actionable steps, meaning stuff you can start doing right now. Welcome back, everyone. My name is GammaTrap, one word, and I'm a professional illustrator who's worked with everyone from the game studios to published authors, and now enjoys spending what free time I have teaching artists about the industry, as well as making detailed and free art tutorials to get you started. This video will obviously be about growing your audience as an artist, so I'll be assuming you've already got some means of making art, whether that be with traditional supplies or digital, and are capable of putting that art online. I'll be making a starter gear guide in the future if that's what you're looking for, but for now I'll be covering the crucial steps you should be taking to start building an online presence. This video will cover everything from the basics to more advanced knowledge, so feel free to skip around in the chapters below to find roughly where you are on this timeline, but obviously the best option is to watch the whole video through to get the most comprehensive understanding of this topic. That being said, let's get started. So you've been drawing for a little while and you think to yourself that maybe you'd like to make a living off this stuff one day. You heard the best way of getting commissions coming in is to grow an audience. So you've made the decision to step into the world of being an online artist. To start, you need to lay the groundwork. Growing an audience around your art means casting a wide net. In this instance, a wide net means making accounts on at least 3 separate social media sites. The more socials you're on, the wider the net. You don't need to make an account on all of them, but at least 3 is a great start. The biggest social media sites today, in no specific order right now, are Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and Facebook or Meta or whatever. There are plenty of other sites to make an account on, like Reddit or DeviantArt, ArtStation, etc. But for this video, we're going to focus on the biggest ones. If you plan on expanding onto those other sites, go for it. Just take the knowledge of what to do on these big sites with you to help. No matter what you do, this step must remain constant. You're going to want a link that can hold all of your socials in one spot. Linktree is one of the most common, but there are plenty of free sites and services like it if you want to look around. Having your own website is generally best practice, but it can obviously get a bit expensive. Check my single link in this description for an example, by the way. That goes to my website and you'll see all this stuff. One of our main goals is to be constantly pointing at our Linktree or whatever service you find. For this video, I'm just going to use a Linktree as an example. On it, you're going to put links to every social media you have, as well as a big button saying commissions once you're ready to start making money. If you'd like to see how to set up a commission form, check my previous video about making a living as an artist. I'll actually put that in the description as well. So there'll be technically 2 links in the description. One will be for that video. Anyway, we set up this Linktree because even though someone may be on Twitter, maybe they prefer YouTube or TikTok. And if they like your stuff, you have to make it as easy as possible for them to find you over on those other platforms that maybe they prefer to be on. You'll find when one platform grows, as long as they're easily linked to one another, the other platforms will grow a bit as well. Now that you've made a Linktree, let's start making some art accounts. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the big socials and give you some insight and rank them on how easy they are to grow an art account. I should say beforehand, I personally am not a big fan of Facebook and don't have an account there anymore. Haven't had one in years, so you'll have to do your own research there. But for the other ones, I got you covered. And I should also note that I've actually personally grown art accounts on these platforms that I'm going to talk about, so I've gotten some good experience on these things. So let's get started on the easiest platform to grow an art account, Twitter. You might be a little confused if you're not familiar with the platform, but let me show you why it's the easiest. This right here, the humble retweet button. When someone taps these little arrows, they're showing your post to everyone who follows them, more or less. So you'll want to make an art account and immediately find your friends, family, coworkers, whomever you're cool with showing your art to. It's a personal thing, but you got to show somebody to grow, right? You got to get yourself out there. Then when they follow you, they'll be able to see your art when you post any, obviously. They are then able to retweet your artwork showing their friends, who can then retweet it to show their friends. See how this works? You can obviously treat this account like a personal account if you want and post anything you want, but the best performing art accounts typically only really post their work. Sometimes they only post the picture or animations they make without any captions, but again, very personal thing. It'll be up for you to decide. Next, we're changing things up and making videos. The second easiest platform to grow an art account on is TikTok. Yeah, TikTok's algorithm is actually one of the most advanced in the whole market, better than YouTube even, some would say. I would honestly put it at the top of this list, if not for the simple fact that you can't really just upload your pictures and call it a day. With TikTok, it's best to make content specifically for it. They do have slideshow functionality, so if you do want to just upload your pictures and like put some music to it, you can totally do that. But just know it won't be like as highly performing as maybe an original piece, perhaps. So that means record videos. You can record time lapses of your piece, that works fine. Or maybe take a few shots with your phone as you draw and then edit that to make a bit of a montage. Feel free to experiment with what kind of content you'd like to post there. The one thing to keep in mind is its SEO. This means like tags and descriptions. If you draw a fan art of something, make sure to tag the franchise or the IP. This way, TikTok will know to show the video to people who like seeing videos about that thing. It's very cool. Third on this list is probably what people thought would maybe be the first, and that's Instagram. I'm not gonna lie to you, because Instagram is owned by Facebook, I'm not actually too big of a fan of this platform either. Its whole function just seems to be about showing you ads after ads and pushing its marketplace. It's a fine place to post your artwork, but they're making tons of changes to their algorithm, so it's mostly just a gamble, I've found. Still, there's no harm in making an account and giving it a go. You might be surprised. I might be surprised, honestly. They also use the tag system, so feel free to go hard on tagging your pieces and stuff and reels accordingly. Coming in at fourth is, well, here we are actually in our big red box, YouTube. If you're still in the video mood with your time lapses, montages, or funny skits from TikTok, you can actually re-upload them here as shorts. You can also upload, normal videos, but if you make something on TikTok, you might as well use that also on Shorts and Instagram Reels and even Twitter. This is actually something that people do constantly. I'm not sure if you've noticed. You'll see like the TikTok logo popping up in Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. It's perfectly good content. Why not use it? But the reason YouTube is in the fourth place in this list is because if TikTok is a drum, then YouTube is a piano. Easy to make some noise, but vastly more complex. YouTube is very focused on its algorithm to decide the fate of channels, and it has a few things it likes. Do people who see your videos actually click on them? That's a point. Do they watch the whole way through? That's another point. Do they then click on your channel or another one of your videos? Oh, that's another point. Do they like the video and leave a comment? That's 2 points. The more points a video makes, the better it does, essentially. Now we come to the fifth platform on this list, and a whole new beast. Live streaming on Twitch. This is the last on the list of platforms, but how hard it is to grow on will depend entirely on you. The others depend on you as well, sure, but not as much as Twitch. Live streaming is a massive topic that I don't really have the time to fully go into on this video, but I will hit the most crucial points, I think. Obviously, you'll be live, so whatever happens is shared to whomever is watching live. You can make it as complex or as easy as you want, meaning you can either just set up your phone and install the free Streamlabs app or whatever and go live, or you can go through the whole ordeal of setting up OBS and scenes and sources. There's a high level of customizability with this whole thing. You can go as hard as you want, be as creative as you want. It has so many tools to make it as cool as you possibly can. But obviously that means that you'll be using a lot of time and a whole lot of effort, maybe setting up a camera, making alerts, emotes, badges, and then moderating the live chat to make sure everyone gets along as a whole other animal also. I'm not trying to scare you away from Twitch, by the way, because I personally love streaming, and as long as you enjoy putting on a show, I'm sure you'll enjoy it too. All right, we made it through the big platforms. Again, if you're looking to make an account on a platform that I didn't cover here, just do some research on its like culture and systems, and as long as you're careful and have fun, I'm sure you'll be fine. So you picked out at least 3 platforms to grow on, and you made accounts on them. Great. First thing you want to do is tell your friends. Sounds simple, but every single friend or fan who follows you onto an art account is a huge win at this early stage. Make sure to put your link tree in the bio or description of everything you can. Remember, linking all of these accounts together is important. A net that's not tied together is just a bunch of individual strings. Next, you'll want to spend some time on those platforms and really get a solid feel for them. Watch streams, study other artists' YouTube and TikTok videos, see how people interact with one another on these sites so you can start to figure out the platform's cultures. Now, you're ready to post. The big secret, and one that the majority of artists I have seen mess up on, is consistency. Now, I'm an artist, so I can tell you, I get it. I am the least consistent artist you'll ever meet. I'm one of those bigger artists who somehow managed to have several styles. It's the name of the game. It's the nature of the beast. It is what it is. Creativity moves and flows like a river, so consistency is rough, but you have to try. You won't always be consistent, so don't beat yourself up over it too much, but trying to stay consistent is it's a gold star in my book either way. Some of you might be a little confused, saying consistent how? Like consistent in upload schedule, stream schedule, consistent in art style, consistent in color palette? What do you mean, Gamma? Yes. People are silly little creatures, simple, wonderful, tiny forces of nature living in their own chaotic little world full of struggles and problems. The more things that are consistent in their lives, the more predictable they are. That's one less thing to worry about on a laundry list of things that they have to worry about. Think about it. You can be one of those constant forces in their lives. They can get out of work or school and see your work or your videos and smile because from previous experiences, they know your work is always a banger, always cheers them up or inspires them. That's how you won them over in the first place. They might have followed you because of one of your videos or art pieces, but they stayed because you consistently deliver on something in their lives. So you made your art accounts, you've linked them together, you're starting to post on all of them, and you're trying to be consistent. There you go. That's the backbone of building an online audience for your art. You'll need to remember to stay flexible and make changes on how you upload your pieces, tags, videos, whatever. You'll need to learn how you like to interact with your audience. You'll probably want to find a community or two to join to make more friends, and you can all geek out over your art together. And I'm sure they'll show you their cool art and you can all have a great time. These communities can be over anything like Destiny, League of Legends, Guild Wars, World of Warcraft, whatever. They could be over cool cars, movies, TV shows. There are communities for everything out there. And if you like something, you can make friends who like that too. So when you don't know what to draw, or if you're just naturally inspired by this thing you naturally like anyway, you know you have that community that you could draw for and you can grow within. And consistently drawing is kind of the name of the game. Keep drawing, keep posting, keep learning, keep growing. And hopefully this video will help you do that whenever you get stuck or need a reminder or something. If you want something to practice on, this channel is dedicated actually to giving artists free art tutorials to help them learn and grow. So be sure to subscribe and check out some of my other videos if you need. I'm here to help. So speaking of, thank you so much to my amazing patrons and Twitch subs who make all these videos possible. If you would like to join this list, the easiest way to do that, go just subscribe to Twitch. I haven't set up YouTube memberships yet. I'm not sure if I ever will, but I guess it's an option. Maybe some point, maybe not. Either way, hopefully this video was helpful, useful, or entertaining. Leave a like if you liked it, a dislike if you disliked, subscribe to see more, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Take care.